So when compared to other program means other database queries like MySQL or SQL queries, right? These queries are really simple and which looks very similar. There's no need to set up database connection. You know that, okay? So you generally know the very basic queries on single object, like select ID name from the object name where name equal to something which brings the names with the name Sandy, okay? And so you generally know that. So when you are trying to use some apex variables and you're trying to query, you have to use this colon symbol after the name equal to. You have to use this, okay? Um, let's want to show that. So this is a general format of this, okay? Select field names from object and the in the question mark in the where condition whatever you can put it's the filters, and there are a lot of keywords where you can use in filters, and where a equal where account dot name equal to this and account dot phone number equal to that, like this I can use. ASC, DESC are useful for sorting ascending order and descending order. Excludes if you are having a list of items means some if you want to mm, know some all the accounts belongs to so all the accounts which don't belongs to San Francisco and San Diego, then you can use excludes keyword, okay? So where I can put these two things in a list and I can use it. And first is the first element in this, okay? And from you generally use okay, these are all means all the keywords in SQL query it's showing it. From means from which object. I can group keyword is by for grouping the words, okay? Having means all the accounts having this account numbers, okay? I can bring like this, okay? And in also will be like includes, which is very similar to includes and in, both are same. In this list or includes in this list, okay? Lost item in this list, like similarly all the accounts uh, like you can put some percentage symbols, you can use some expression operators to compare the values, all the accounts starting with s if you want to find that, sorry, you can put yes percentage symbol so that it queries all the accounts with the means all the accounts starting with yes, okay? Limit useful for limiting, okay? Not equals to null if you want to get all the values which is having null values you can use, and you can even bring the nulls of all the account records also by using nulls. Or is the logical thing where similarly like and you can use it. Select where you know it, we generally use it a lot. And with keyword, I think with keyword we use in where loop only when we are trying to filter. I'll show that option. So if you want to parse the single quotes, all this stuff in the means you can use this type of escape sequences, okay? For suppose if you want to find um, so for suppose if you want to trying to parse some text values, you can use this because uh, if I'm using a hash symbol, I'm going to escape the character which is next to it. This is called escaping sequences. For suppose these are some of examples of this. For suppose if you want to find all the names at start which is like starting with ter percentage symbol, this is one way. I mean here is the like of expression which matches all the elements starting with this, means you can put this before or after this ter, so that if I'm putting it before, it tells all the means all the account names ending with ter it will be show it, if I'm putting at ending all the account names starting with ter it will show it, okay? And Yeah, these are escape characters. Okay, and reserved keywords. Yeah, these following things are reserved because we are going to mention single quotes in for representing a string value, right? And even backslash to escape characters. These are two things reserved characters in SOQL queries. And so this is the general format. Okay, so this is how you use the things. Select, you have to remember only this, no need of remembering other things. Okay, select your fields. Even if you have some subqueries, you can put subqueries here. Means on the account object, if you want to put child object records, if you want to query it, you can use subquery here. And inside that you can even put filter for that, when class else. Okay, and object type from object. Okay, because this is like a complete structure of SQL query. You can according to your requirement, you can add where loop or with loop, all this stuff. Okay, again, yeah, we have seen the with loop here. It's similarly like a where, which is useful for choosing some category of records which are in this category with data category. Oh, I have to. This is the filtering expression. This is the conditional expression. Okay, with the with filter, right? I can filter all the records with that set. With the group by, I can group by some records. I even have roll up, having condition. These are all alternate things for group by. Okay, for rolling up. The roll up summary fields, right? Similarly, you can roll up things on your parent object, based on the child data. Order by, ascending or descending order, nulls first or last. Oh yeah, this is the keyword useful for. Okay, if you want to put nulls first in the ascending order, you can put that. If you want to keep all the null values at the end, if there is no value, it uses this. Okay, it's not the first value, sorry. And limit tag is useful for limiting number of records what you're trying to query here. And the offset, yeah. So here you can, okay, this is also some filter where you can decrease the offset for decreasing the size of the data what you are querying it. I'm not sure on what's the exact use of this, but we generally, especially not using this keyword, so that's the reason I'm querying it. Yeah, so the offset is will specify the number of rows to skip from the. So it simply uh, so it generally shows, means how many records it want to show on, means on the screen. So you can put down the filter. If you are querying 100 records, number of rows to skip, I can put 10, so that give me a second. Okay, you can skip the first 10 records if you are keeping 10. For suppose if you are querying 50 records, but in the first page you have shown 10 records, but in the next page if you want to show the next number of records on the screen. For suppose you're creating some simple page where on the basic screen you're showing 10 records. On click of more button, you want to show the remaining records. In this case, you can use this type of scenarios. Okay, on the main page you generally put the limit. You generally show only the first 10 records. Okay, by putting the list and putting the limit for that. And later on, by clicking on more tag, I can use this query. Okay, and I can put offset equal to 10, so that the previous 10 records which I have shown on that page will not be shown in the new component. The new component will only show the additional records, additional 40 records in the 50. That's how we use that. I'm using for the first time. Okay. Yeah, that's it. These are the main things, and I'm not sure why we use this also. Okay. It simply means these are additional things to check the view state, tracking, all these fields. Okay. These are filters for that. Yeah, you can. Yeah. You will be mostly using up to limits. Okay. Even offset also very in very less number of requirements. Okay, because we have some other way of doing the similar kind of scenario by uh, putting the page limit with the wrapper classes. We can do that when you're showing the when you're showing the data like list format in a page. We generally use wrapper classes to do some multiple operations. In that case, we can set some page number accordingly. Okay. And relationship queries. So first of all, you have to understand relationship. What is the relationship between account and contact or any other thing? For suppose if you are working with some custom objects, you have to understand the relationship. Okay. Now, see the so from the child to parent relationship. So this is how you can contact. You can get the names of account. If you want to query the information on from the child object to the parent object. Okay. This is the way. Select contact dot first name, contact dot name, account dot name. So contact dot first name will bring you the current contact name. Okay. Contact dot account dot name will bring you the parent's data account name for this map to this current contact. Okay. Okay. And for suppose if I want to query the records from the parent to the child objects, yeah, actually for one parent there will be a number of records, right? I'm not sure why I can't query one record. That's the reason. So this is the query from parent to child records. Select account. You can directly give name also. Okay. Okay. Especially no need to give account dot name. You can even give this way also. Select name, comma. Select contact dot first name. Again, you can give select first name, last name from account dot contacts. You have to use this because when you are building relationships, you will be knowing the relationship name. As this is the standard relationship, you don't see the underscore underscore r. But when you are building relationship from here to here, you can see the relationship name on the based on the field name what you are giving here. Like contact underscore underscore r will be the actual thing here from the child object to parent object. As this is standard object, right? I'm not seeing that underscore underscore r. You don't have underscore underscore r in standard relationships. Okay. It means I'm talking about this. Okay. In terms of when you are trying to access from parent to child, okay, generally you query with generally from account.contacts will give the child object records because there will be a number of contacts mapped to this current account. Okay, that's the reason I can use account.contacts. If it is a child object, if we are using some custom objects, the relationship is like um, the object name dot contacts underscore underscore r will be the from parent to child relationship. Means think contact is the custom object, then the contact underscore underscore r is the actual name what you put here. That's the from parent to child relationship. Means in the same query I'm trying to query the information of two objects which are related. Because I can even do with the simple queries also. First I query the account object, later on by that ID I can query the child object. But here you are trying to use two SQL queries, but this query will bring the same information and again If I'm querying for 100 records, 100 account record, automatically consider 100 SOQL means one SOQL query, and the record count what I is um, like it's 100 queries it count like this. But when you are trying to query single query one by one, first of all you have to query all the account 100 records. Later on with the for loop you have to query one by one account contacts. That will issue lot of, generally that will result lot of SQL queries on the contact object, right? That's a bad practice. When you want to show accounts contacts information on the same page, for suppose for 500 contacts, you can't go with the single by means one by one query on the contact object. That's what we have done when you're trying to show the accounts, contacts, cases information on the one page, right? Okay, that's what these are the relationship. Okay. Um, so these are some of the examples. So here you can see there is no account dot name. Simply there is a name. Select last name from contacts. Now you are bringing out the actual name and the last name of the contacts in a single query. Okay. And same way here I am trying to bring down the opportunity information as well as opportunity line items. Opportunity line items is the child object of opportunity. That's the reason I am bringing out this. Okay. So again, from this object, I'm trying to query some other object information, that is price book entry dot unit price. This is the other object, which is the parent of this opportunity line item. Now in this scenario, opportunity on price book entry is the parent object of opportunity line item. This is the parent query. This is the opportunity is the parent object. Opportunity line item is the child object, and from this again I'm querying the parent object information, that is price book entry. Got it? So same way you can even use the opportunity. Here I'm this is the parent query. This is the child object. Okay, this is the child query inside that. Okay, and inside that I'm querying the parent object here, that is price book entry object as well as product. Again, from price book entry I'm querying the product to data also. Product to is the product to link between the product what you're linking, that object. Okay, so now there are, you are querying one parent object and child objects information of that, and for child's parent data as well as parents parent data also you are querying one, okay, two, three, four. This is the parents parent object data of opportunity line item. Okay, because when you go towards the parent you are directly calling the single value. Okay, you are calling a single value, but when you are trying to bring down the child information there will be n number of values. Okay, got it? Okay. So for suppose here they have given the relationship queries for the custom objects, that really helps. Okay, now so this is the, so daughter is the child object, master of child is the parent object. Okay. So mother of child is the parent object, right? Mother of each mother can have a number of children. So daughter is the subclass, means is a means child object of the mother of child object. Okay, got it? So now mother of child underscore underscore r is the relationship name going from daughter to mother of child object. Okay, see, and here when I'm trying to query from mother's data, means mother is the parent object, I'm trying to query the child object data, that is daughter's data, that is here. Okay, yeah, these are some of the examples. Okay. Mm. So if you see, here I'm trying to sort, means I'm trying to sort the, means when I'm trying to query the case object information, but I'm trying to sort with the account names of the cases. That's how I'm doing here. That is lookup relationships and outer joins. Actually, I'm querying on the case object, but I'm trying to sort the records on the account.name, which is the parent object of case. Okay. So I can use in the where class also, I can use the parent object records. Okay. So for case, contact is also a parent, right? That's the reason I'm using contact as last name equal to null. So show me all the cases without contacts. This is the query for that. Yeah, these are very basic queries of SOQL. Okay, you can even explore the other links because it shows simple examples. Again, why we use Salesforce Object Search Language? SOQL represents for Salesforce Object Query Language. SOSL search for SOSL represents for Salesforce Object Search Language. I think you can even see these questions in your 401 exam also. And so we use this for search. Okay, it reduces the apex statements. Um, yeah, I want to, means, so for designing the best searches, you have to use this following things for searching. Okay. Um, I want to show the exact template, how it works and example. Okay. This is the actually the keywords and how we use this find keyword we use. Actual syntax. Yeah. This is how the syntax of this SOSL query is. So you put the find instead of select because you are searching it, right? And you put the query, search query inside that for specific objects. So in the search group, means you put the search, these are search group. Okay. And returning variables and all this stuff, means it's really easy to see. And even we can have limits also. I want to see the example that really works for us. Yeah. So here, if I want to search for all the account names with Acme and which are in California and not in meeting, so that's the type of scenario what you need to work on. Give me a second. So yeah, these are very basic, simple terms how we use. Okay. In the find classes, in the find class, you can directly search with my prospect. So it search all the system with the name my prospect. You can search by email address. You can search by any of this, means you can put limiting find tag in some set of values, returning the set of values, limiting all this stuff. You can use it, and these are some logical operators. You can also use it inside the find query. So I want to show you the exact real example. Okay. So here I'm finding the map, starting with map in all the fields returning account ID name, because in the account ID and name and contact and opportunity lead, because in all these account means object fields I'm searching for map star. So it's showing the two ways. In Salesforce Apex we use this, in force.com API we use this syntax. That's what they are showing, but this is a very basic example. Now you are searching for, okay, map in all the returning objects. This is following of four objects, but in account you're only searching ID and name, but in contact you're searching all fields, right? Yeah. all fields, it search all fields in the objects what you have set. Okay, in the target objects what you have set. So only email fields you can search, only email fields, name fields, like that. The scope you can set it for the search group. That's what I think in the current, in the previous scenario with the scope is all fields, means you're searching all fields. This is the scope and search group. Okay, and returning spec. So uh, the returning will tell you what I have to return. So if you're not mentioning anything, it generally shows the IDs of that records. Okay, so here I'm going to return these values: knowledge article, version, document, feed, all these items I'm going to return. But if I'm not mentioning any of this, it generally shows the IDs of the search results. Okay, so here there's no spec. Here I'm selecting one as object, no fields. Okay, if I'm giving all fields, it searches all fields of that object, returning object. Okay, so here invalid as object. So means this is invalid as object. I'm giving means the false objects. Okay, that is the reason I have given invalid. There is no foo bar type of thing. Contact.foo bar, it's also invalid field, because if there is no field like this right in the account, it shows that. So here if I want to search only specific fields of contact, what I want to show on the result: contact, first name, last name, limit 10. Again, when I'm searching also, I want to show only this particular 10 records only from the contact object, and from the account there is no limit, it shows all records. If there is more than 5, you can click on next and you can click on show all. That will work. Right, when you're searching in the global search, on the top of the search bar it shows all the records with the name, even whatever you're searching for, or the string name. Okay, let's check the where condition. So you can put where filters in the returning thing. Okay, for each and every object there can be a where filter also. So in the, because finally we have some examples so that we can clarify this one. Yeah, so here this is the SOQL query in the where class. Where are we using the where class? Where class we are using it inside the returning returning field spec. Inside that only you are mentioning it. Inside the after the field names you are putting where clause, and you are simply setting some filter. I want to show only all the records which are active accounts. If I want to search only in active accounts, I can simply search account ID name where active underscore underscore c equal to true, means I am going to search only the active accounts of account object. And there are a lot of filters like this. These filters which is similar to SOQL filter where class. And if you see, there are a lot of filters, sub filters here, logical filters. This is one filter where class, and there is r after that, r id equal to this, r name equal to this, so and name equal to this, or this, because you are doing a lot of things, logical operators you are using it. Okay, again the order of means calculation will be the actual way how we use logics. If we are using bracket, first of all this will be calculated first, later on the overall thing will be calculated. Okay, order by class. Yeah, order by class also is kept inside the returning field spec. What means on the account object you can show by order by name, also order by ID, so that the results will be shown on that particular order only. So update tracking. Bro, actually, whenever you are using Salesforce knowledge articles and all this stuff in Service Cloud, if you want to show how many people have searched for this keywords, how many people have searched for these documents, all these things, you're going to track each and everything. These search results are very important because if most people are searching for one content, you can show up that content first. Okay, if most people are searching for that one keyword and they are picking one content out of 20, that particular thing you have to show it on the top for the future searches. For that type of thing, you are using this tracking thing. Okay, update tracking keyword. Whenever you're searching something, you're going to say that this person has searched for this keyword. These tags are useful. Okay, that will be stored in this. Okay, if you are not giving this, it won't be tracked. Okay. So I can view the statistics of the search also. If I'm giving view stat, it shows the how many people searched for this, what's the result, all these things. It will show it on the same page. Okay, and this is the additional filter. Okay, so actually you have an option to filter the things inside the returning field spec, right? But inside the returning thing, inside the returning object, but you have one more option to search the division thing on the overall search bar also by putting the with search bar division equal to global. Now after search also you are going to filter the things based on the global keyword. So what's the specialty of this is going to pre-filter all the records division based on the division before applying the filters. Before applying these filters only, this helps you divide it. Again, as I said, you can still use this option also. You can put this thing inside that returning spec also. Yeah, data category. Yeah, with the data category also you can filter. You can set. You can create some data category values, and you can only show that values with. So if data category values having these values, I can only show the values belongs to online. Okay, like this. Yeah, where publication status equal to online. So here, so these are some of the examples of this. Here, the data category at. So you are creating some set of data category. So actually, the data category is a separate means functionality in Service Cloud where you define some data categories for different solutions and think knowledge articles. The data category you can use it here. All the means knowledge articles belongs to America. All the knowledge articles belongs to iPhone. That type of things I can give it here. This is the additional filter where you have option to that. Okay, so these are some of the examples of that. So the filter, the basic filter, the publication status online, archived or default, yeah, I'm using inside the returning object data filter. Okay. Later on there, I'm using the data category filter where geography above friends like this. At, so with networking, okay, this is um, means you can get all the results of that community based on the community ID, which belongs to this community ID, all this stuff. So you can highlight some articles, means the data what you are querying. Okay, in the search results you can highlight this. Okay, based on the data what you are querying here. Again, this is going to highlight. Yeah, I haven't tried these particular things. Okay, this is the example. Yeah, we can try these examples in your even in your Apex code, and you can see things how it works. Okay, um, it generally shows all the articles which belongs to San Francisco. I'm not sure why we use snippets. But these are some additional things. Okay, let's go with the very means the generic example which we have seen before. You can see some examples like this. That's the best example where we can use. We generally don't use more than this also. Yeah, examples like this are like when we are using multiple objects. Yeah, we have example in SQL syntax also where we use multiple things, multiple objects, multiple returns field spec like this. Account contact, I think it's not here. I'm not sure. Yeah, here I'm using multiple objects. These are all objects inside Salesforce. These are shared objects. Here I'm using different objects. Again, if I want to put some specific fields inside that, I can put some bracket next to that object, and I can use the field names and where class also inside that, right? So this is the SQL queries. You generally very use very few SQL queries. So people ask very less searches, right? So if they want some search bar, I mean actual search bar, it's already available for us on the global search bar, which is given by Salesforce. But if you want to build some searches on custom components, again based on some custom results with some additional filters, you can't use the standard thing. You have to use the custom SOSL query only. Yeah, but you will be working on these requirements like 5 to 10%, not more than that. Most of the times you use SQL queries as well. Yeah. So yeah, this reference document is available in developer.force.com. You can even use that. So when you click on PDF version, it downloads the PDF. This is the HTML version of it, where you can open the things like a content by clicking on this. It shows the content here. This is called HTML version. Okay. For every document, there is both versions, PDF and as well as HTML versions. So if whichever is comfortable for you, you can use that. And I have a document which I prepared for Apex Advanced Developer Nodes. So what things you have to be more familiar, what is the major concerns when we are using some scenarios. I'm preparing these notes. After finishing this, I will be sharing this with you, the limits, important things, when we are packaging, what things to be considered, what we need to consider. Okay. And actually this is actually the preparation document for advanced developer 501 certification as well, but that's it's really tough to clear this because first you have to be expert in developer concepts. Later on you have to be very perfect in developing all the apex vfp integrations examples and understanding the complete uh, oops concepts, everything. Then only you can crack this. There are three levels of exam. This is not simple exam. Dev 401 is a very simpler, very basic exam in Salesforce. It's very simpler, easy to crack. The other exams, you won't even find the dumps. You won't even get the question, at least one question what you have read in online or dumps. Okay, for other certifications except for developer 401. Dev 401 is only like descriptive questions, multiple choice questions like this. Okay, I'm preparing this document where this has all set of developing examples, email services, what are the limitations, what methods you have to use, limits of that, and see how about recursive triggers, what is the limit of that. So you can, it's a completely readable format. You can use this document. Uh, I will share it as soon as I'm done with this. Okay. Um, yeah, and coming down to um, coming down to the rest and thing when to use rest, I will talk about in the next class. Okay. Very basic examples how to use the how to start with, and I can't show you the real time example because yeah, you need to have the endpoints, everything configured perfectly. Okay, but if I have an option to do the real time example with some open APIs, yeah, let's try that. Okay, we can do that as well. How to integrate, when to use rest, when to use soap. I have shared a discussion even in Canvas. You can even look into that. So advantages of rest over soap. So rest we use only JSON. What is JSON? First of all, I need you guys to learn about these things. What is XML and JSON formats? You just look into the formats, how it looks like. So XML looks like tags. JSON looks like JavaScript function, like blocks of code where there will be curly brackets, and you divide each and every means data set to different blocks like this. You use it. So JSON is the really means it's like famous thing recently getting used by most of the integrations, and it's we generally we use only JSON in especially JSON on we REST only supports only JSON. We use REST API for a quick response time and short and easy integrations. We use SOAP integrations for enterprise integration to validate each and every data for large type of synchronizations and stuff. Okay. Yeah, and when to choose what I will discuss in this. So the discussion which I posted also is clearly mentioning that each and every differences. You have a chat message from Sarah Elite. Yeah, keep it offline. Yeah, that's it, guys. Okay. So means we are getting closer to for finishing this. Means we are going to finish this course. Okay. So the thing is, we have to try examples. You have to try exploring things from starting, and I think you have some discussions, right? So you can work on that. So you can pick one topic, If you are trying to prepare about the topic, you will be understanding complete in and out of the topic. Okay, when you're trying to explore create means trying to explore the topic, you can understand what are the limitations and all this stuff. Okay, because the platform is too big. Means every quarter they release new features. The people who took exam recently, it's like 6 months old on 6 months old edition, means on 6 months old features of Salesforce. Again, when you take in the after 6 months, you get the new questions added automatically by on the new features. Okay, so every time, all the time, you need to be updated. So yeah, so that's it. I think from today we are not going to conduct the evening class. Okay, as we have less classes, I think by this means at most we have two classes. Means the only one class. So we will be talking about integrations and very basic description about packaging thing. Okay, how it works, how the scope will work. The tomorrow class. So I will upload this recording to the Google Drive. Okay, that's it. Yeah, that's it, guys. Let's meet in tomorrow's class. Again, like tomorrow's class, we'll make it little bigger because as we are covering 1 hour of integrations and 30 minutes of the packaging stuff, app exchange application process and flow. Meaning, like again, I can't really show you how things work. I can really show the flow, how it works, how unmanaged packages works, managed packages work, difference between them exactly. Okay, got it. Any questions for today? So SOQL queries, yeah, they're really simple. Just try the very basic examples what we have done in the class. That will show you all type of examples. We use most of the basic queries, and even we use the queries which take data from parent object and even data from the child object records also. Okay, when we are using contact object, we are trying to pull the accounts information, right? Got it. Account ID, we are coding it there in one requirement of wrapper class where we are coding a number of contacts with their account IDs also. Another requirement, we are showing the accounts data with that contacts, opportunities, cases and opportunities, the child object records. Means you have covered means all type of SQL queries here, not like SOSL thing, but most of the SQL queries are done in our examples. You can use that. Yeah, that's it, guys. I'm closing the class for today, and let's meet in tomorrow's afternoon class. No class in